Hello guys and welcome to Saksham SSC once again. This is our, I believe, lecture number 5th or 6th, I don't know. Today we are going to talk about internet and emails. So why are we doing this? Basically, I have told you multiple times before also that this series is going to consist questions on computer knowledge, and basically why we are doing this, because in SSC CGL tier 2 examination there is going to be a section of computer knowledge which you need to clear, and it is going to be an mandatory section in which you need to clear a particular cutoff. Like for example, it could be of 20 marks or 22 marks, I don't know. Earlier it was of 18 marks out of 60. So there are going to be 20 questions, and you need to to get 18 marks, you need to at least do divided by 3, 6 questions correct. There is a negative marking of -1 if you attempt a question and it gone wrong. So the first question is asking us, the word internet is derived from 2 words. So what are those words basically? And given options are interface and networks, intercommunication and networks, internal and networks, and interconnection and networks. So basically all options seems same to me, and the correct answer is option number 4, which is interconnection and networks. Basically internet is a global, you can say a mega network connection, right? Every computer is connected to a different computer over internet, with it follows a particular suite, that is internet protocol suite, and this is also called TCI IP, I believe, right? So basically that's what internet means, interconnection and networks, because internet is all about connecting different networks to different computers. Let's come to the second question. The second question is asking us, an internet IP address is called what? So basically I think most of you must have known this. IP is basically internet protocol. So option number 4 will be the right option. Also here you can see internet provider is also listed. So basically ISP, that is internet service provider, is basically a type of organization that's provide internet to you. Like all of us have Wi-Fi in our home. Like for recent 5 years, everybody is using Wi-Fi in homes. Earlier, 1 or 2 friends used to have it in my locality, but now everybody does. Like in a building, if there is 5 floors, 5 people have their different Wi-Fis. We used to steal others' Wi-Fis earlier, but now we have our own. So internet protocol, if I want to explain this to you, what is an internet protocol? So imagine you want to send a particular letter to somebody, right? So what you need to do is you need to know your address, then you have to know the receiver's address, and you need to write it on that letter, right? So internet protocol is basically the same, where if you want to deliver a text message over the internet or a particular photograph to an internet, so to that photograph needs to have an IP address of the sender who is sending it, and across the internet, when it's getting transferred to that particular other person who is using another computer, he must also have an IP address, right? Internet protocol address, so that we can send the particular file to him. So that's the basic purpose of having an IP address and an internet protocol. Let's move to the next question, which is asking us, the internet uses dash as a standard internet protocol suite to connect billions of computers users worldwide. So I think I've already answered this question. The correct answer is TCP IP, option number 2. TCP stands for transmission control protocol. So the actual work of TCP is basically when, like the example I have used earlier, when you're trying to send a particular text message or a picture, let's say. So what TCP does is it break down it into smaller components. Like if you're sending a hey message to your friend, so TCP will first break down that message into smaller parts, suppose HEW. Then it will keep track of that item, and once it successfully delivers it to the other person, it combines it into the hey that you have sent that person. So basically it helps to transmit the data that you want to send to another person using another computer. And IP is basically internet protocol. It's, you can say it's the best and easiest way for a message to get delivered to a person, or message, or by message I mean information. Information could be like information or data, you can say. Information and data could be anything. It could be a video, it could be a audio file, it could be a text message or a picture. So TCP and IP helps us to just transfer one thing to another system, and that's what internet actually means. It's a network. It's a big network which use TCP and IP protocols to manage itself, to manage delivering the content. Now let's move to the next question, which is a simple one, I guess. It is asking us, Internet Explorer is a type of. So we all know Internet Explorer is a type of browser, because we browse on Internet Explorer, right? If you want to learn something, if you want to ask a question, if you want to play games even online, you use Internet Explorer, and it's a browser. So there are different type of browsers also. Like you can you may have heard of Chrome. Like many people use Chrome. There is Opera Mini. Opera Mini is for phone, I believe. And then there is Mozilla, Firefox. And I want you to write any other browsers that you know on which you use which you use to browse different things. Okay. So let's move to the next question, which is asking us, lowest internet connection service is digital service line, dial-up service, leased line, cable modem. So the correct answer here is option number 2, which is dial-up service. बहुत पहले ऐसा होता था कि कुछ लोगों के घर में ही इंटरनेट होता था. तब if you remember, or if any of your friends have that kind of internet, so what used to happen is that particular person has a telephone, और उस टेलीफोन से ही वो इंटरनेट कनेक्टेड होता था. तो होता क्या है उसमें, उसकी जो स्पीड होती है ना, वो बहुत कम होती है, क्योंकि वो एक फ्रीक्वेंसी पे काम करता है. जैसे हम फ़ोन रिंग करते हैं तो उसकी जो साउंड की फ्रीक्वेंसी होती है, उससे ही वो, मतलब इसी टाइप की कोई इंटरनेट सर्विस वर्क करती है. इसमें ज़्यादा अंदर घुसने की कोई फ़ायदा है नहीं, क्योंकि इट्स एन ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन. दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू आस्क यू टू राइट आंसर ऑन इट. So basically dial-up is the slowest internet connection. अब तो होता भी नहीं है. Now we have Wi-Fi's, and like digital subscriber line जो होती है, ये भी सेम होती है. इसमें भी फ़ोन की जो लाइन होती है वो रिक्वायर्ड होती है, बट इसमें स्पीड थोड़ी ज़्यादा होती है. इसकी स्पीड इससे ज़्यादा होती है ना. तो अगर अरेंज करने के लिए आ गया कि किसकी स्पीड सबसे ज़्यादा है, तो डायल-अप सर्विस की सबसे कम है. उसके बाद डिजिटल सब्सक्राइबर लाइन की है. लीज्ड लाइन बेसिकली आपकी जो दो बिजनेस होते हैं उनके बीच का एक कनेक्शन सेटअप करती है. जैसे फैक्सेस वगैरह भी लीज लाइन से जाते थे पहले. और केबल मॉडेम इज बेसिकली जो आप टेलीफोन में तार घुसेड़ते हो, आपने वही तार अगर कंप्यूटर में घुसेड़ दी, तो वो बाद में हम ऐसे ही करने लग गए थे ना. हमारे कंप्यूटर डेस्कटॉप के पीछे हम वायर लगाते थे, वो हमारा केबल मॉडेम होता है, जिसकी स्पीड सबसे ज़्यादा होती है. So now let's move to the next question, which is asking us, a dash is a computer attached to the internet that runs a special web server software and can send web pages out to other computers over the internet. So basically the correct answer is option number 3, which is web server. So web server क्या होता है, जैसे आप मान लो कोई भी वेबसाइट है, ठीक है. अब आप Amazon की वेबसाइट पे गए. Now what happens when you go to an Amazon website? They show you a page, they show you the front page, that is called a web page. Okay, so now that is basically running on a server, and server, you can relate server is a computer. Okay, this is a computer. server को कंप्यूटर मानो. वो जैसे जैसे तुम Amazon पे आए, तुमने देखा भाई तुम्हें मान लो कुछ भी खरीदना है, तुम्हें एक शर्ट खरीदनी है, तुमने शर्ट पे क्लिक करा, शर्ट के एक नया पेज आ गया जिसपे शर्ट्स ही शर्ट्स हैं। ओके, तुमने फिल्टर सेलेक्ट करा उस पर, तुम्हें मतलब भाई अच्छी कंपनीज की शर्ट चाहिए, फिर एक नया पेज आ गया। सो ये जो वेब सर्वर है, दिस हेल्प्स टू शो यू डिफरेंट पेजेस, डिफरेंट वेब पेजेस, ये मैनेज करता है। यहीं पे लिखा हुआ है जो कि इट्स एक्चुअली अ कंप्यूटर अटैच टू द इंटरनेट that runs special web server software. Special web server software could be anything like cloud software that are on the web only, like your Google Drive, and can send web pages out to the other computers over the internet. So when you access Amazon website, it's basically the web server that is helping you to see those web pages. So it's basically a computer attached to the internet. So let's move to the next question, which is asking us what is used to create a link to web page, a picture and an email address or a program. Basically the correct answer is option number 4, which is hyperlink. I know you guys have definitely used Wikipedia, right? So if you use Wikipedia for any of the work, you must have seen, like if you write Tiger Shroff on it, I don't know why I said Tiger Shroff, but that's the first thing that came into my mind. So when you write Tiger Shroff, it will show you like hundreds of detail of Tiger Shroff, right? And there is going to be some words that will be highlighted as blue or maybe some other color. So those are basically hyperlinks. What is a hyperlink? It's actually, when you click on that particular blue word, a new web page will open. So that can also be done to pictures or email address or a particular program. So basically when you convert something into a link, it's called hyperlink. When that link serves as a purpose to open another web page. So I think I make myself clear now. So let's move to the next question, which is the dash screen in Outlook is used to manage your email, both incoming and outgoing. Correct answer to this question is option number 3, which is mail. So mail screen होती है Outlook में. Most people, I know you guys don't use Outlook that much. We use Gmail as normal people. But when you are in an organization, like I'm currently working for an MNC, so we use Outlook. So basically, if you're working for somebody else, like if you're working in a different company, they use different mail system, right? So Outlook is just like Gmail. Gmail is a software by Google, and Outlook is a software by Microsoft. That's the difference, but it's actually the same. So basically you just need to know that the mail screen in Outlook is used to manage your email, both incoming and outgoing. Now, so the next question is asking us which of the following protocols are used for email, and our options are Telnet and SMTP and POP and FTP, Telnet and FTP. So basically the correct answer is option number 2, which is SMTP and POP. So SMTP stands for Simple Mail Transfer and Protocol. ठीक है? So basically SMTP work as, you can say, it helps in transferring a particular mail to another computer, and POP, which is POP, which stands for Post Office Protocol, helps us basically to retrieve that email. So I believe that is clear. And FTP here is File Transfer Protocol. I think ये हमने पिछले लेक्चर में थोड़ा कवर करा था FTP क्या होता है. Basically how the file storage and file like intercommunication of files happen in a particular computer. So this is basically FTP. Now let's move to the next question. This is asking us which of the following characters must be a part of an email. So I think this is a very easy question. So that would be, character must be a part of email, @. So I think it's easy. We also use dot like @gmail.com, but @ is the essential part of the email ID. Now next question is, which of the following protocols pulls message from the email server? So I think we have just learned it, that POP, this post office protocol, helps us to basically pulls message, right? Like retrieve or download messages from the email. So we don't have to get into the technicality of the terms, but we need to just first know what are the full forms of everything that we are seeing on the screen, and second, what is the basic function of it, because आई डोंट थिंक इससे ज़्यादा एसएससी सीजीएल पूछने की कोशिश करेगा, और जितना पूछ रहा है उतना ही पता हो तो काफ़ी है. आई थिंक HTTP वी नो ऑलरेडी, इट्स हाइपर टेक्स्ट ट्रांसफर प्रोटोकॉल. So one thing is very common, like if TP is like if something is ending with TP, it's definitely transfer protocol, and उसके आगे आपको बताना पड़ेगा. SMTP हमने अभी पढ़ लिया है, simple mail transfer protocol. So again, I think the question is repeating itself now. What is the full form of SMTP? So you answer, guys. You can just rewind the video and see the answer. Next question is when did the first email system begin? So the correct answer is 1971, and you need to remember a name which is Ray Tomlinson. He's the first person who created basically this email, internet mail, how to send mail over electronic devices, and he also uses APRANET. Okay, so at that time the first internet you can say is APRANET. If the question, like, I think SSC has asked this, which is the first internet that has been used, and that is APRANET. Now the next question is asking us which of the following is the full form of BCC, a field of email header. So this is blind carbon copy. So BCC, I think you must have known that if you are writing an email to a person and there are some particular field like to, and below it's CC. So CC is carbon copy. Like if you're sending a mail to your friend, okay, you write his name here, but you also want some other friends to see that mail, so you put them in CC, like they acknowledge, like I think friend is a very informal example. For a formal example I can use, if you want to send something to your principal, you are in a school, you want to send an application to your principal, so what you do is you mention the principal's email ID into 2, and you CC your teacher, like your class teacher or somebody. But what is BCC? BCC is basically a blind carbon copy, in which if you have to just write BCC and then you have to write another email address. If you write somebody's email address in BCC, so उससे होगा क्या कि उसको जो ये 2 और CC वाले हैं इनको पता नहीं लगेगा कि एक BCC करके बंदे को भी मेल गई है. So this is what basically happens with BCC. If you want to also show somebody this mail, but you don't want the 2 and CC person to know that you have also basically have shown this mail to another person. So you enter their email address under BCC. So our next question is, which of the following action cannot be performed on a received email? So अब ये तो काफ़ी कॉमन सा क्वेश्चन है. अब आपको तुम्हें कोई एक ईमेल आया, ठीक है, अब तुम उस पर रिप्लाई कर सकते हो, ठीक है, तुम उसे फॉरवर्ड कर सकते हो किसी को, तुम उसको डिलीट कर सकते हो. तुम क्या नहीं कर सकते? यू कांट ऐड एन अटैचमेंट टू इट. व्हाट इज एन अटैचमेंट? अटैचमेंट इज बेसिकली अ फाइल. लाइक इफ यू आर सेंडिंग समबडी email and you want to attach, you also want to show them a particular PDF or a picture, you need to attach that file to the email. So we can only attach something when we are sending that thing. We can't attach it when we are getting it, right? When we are receiving it. So we can't do this. So thank you guys. This was the last question that we just did, and I hope you guys gain some knowledge about internet and emails. I'll be coming back with another lecture soon, a part 2 on internet and emails. In that we are going to talk more about emails, because I have seen that in the previous examination of SSC they have talked about emails, and they have talked a lot about Outlook and Microsoft Outlook and Gmail. So like, why not? We are going to do questions on that for safer side. So that's all for this class. Thank you and have a nice day and keep learning.